Three armed men burst into Murphy's gas station, 2:30 a.m., quiet highway. "Give me the money or I'll kill you," the first one shouted. Marcus Chen slowly raised his hands, but he was smiling. "In Fallujah," he said calmly, "I fought 200 people for 6 hours. Alone. And I survived." In that moment, the three robbers realized they had chosen the wrong man. But it was too late. Welcome to the Human Stories. Today I'm going to tell you the story of an Iraq veteran, how a man went from the battlefield to a gas station, but the war never left him. This isn't just a robbery story. This is the story of how trauma can sometimes become a weapon. Don't forget to mention what city you're watching from in the comments. And if you believe veteran stories need to be told, subscribe. Marcus Chen, 34 years old, half Chinese, half Irish. 5 years ago, he settled in a small town in Oklahoma. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody asked, and he didn't tell. Just the quiet guy working night shifts at Murphy's gas station. He slept during the day, took math classes at community college in the evenings, sold gas at night. But this story starts from that night, the night when Marcus's past and present collided. It was 2:30 a.m. Highway 35, Oklahoma. Murphy's gas station served long-haul truckers and occasional late-nighters, 4 pumps, small convenience store, bulletproof glass cashier section, Marcus's safe space. He had PTSD, diagnosed, medicated. But his worst moments came during the day. Crowds, noise, sudden movements. That's why he preferred night shifts. Silence, control, predictability. That night, like always, he was studying math with his textbook. Calculus? Part of his plan to rebuild his life after returning from Iraq. He would study engineering, build bridges, construction, not war. He heard a motor outside. Black Chevy Impala, old model, loud exhaust. 3 people got out. Marcus automatically analyzed, a reflex he learned as a soldier. Age 18 to 25, baggy clothes, amateur walk, inexperienced. They'd probably just buy gas. But their hands were in their pockets. Their faces were tense. The first alarm bell rang in his mind. When the door opened, the bell chimed. Marcus looked up, smiled. "Good evening. How can I help you?" All 3 walked toward the register. No masks, but hoods pulled up. Second alarm. "Hello," said the tallest one. Jake, 19 years old, very young. He had a plastic gun in his hand, but it looked real. He opened the register. Marcus's heart rate slowed. The smile stayed on his face. Because for the first time in 15 years, he found himself in a familiar situation. Danger. Real danger. "Sure, buddy," Marcus said, hands slowly rising. "But can I tell you something first?" "Shut up!" yelled the second one, Tommy. 21 years old, .38 revolver. A real gun this time, but held amateurishly in shaking hands. "Just curious," Marcus said, no fear in his voice. "Is this your first robbery?" The third one, Rico, pulled out a knife. "Are you mocking us?" Marcus shook his head. "No, I'm genuinely curious. Because professionals never make this much noise. Professionals aren't this nervous, and they definitely don't choose places with bulletproof glass." Jake pointed the gun at Marcus. "We told you to shut up." Sure. Marcus's hands still up. "But can you tell me something? How old are you, son?" 19, Jake shot back angrily. 19, Marcus repeated. "I was in Iraq when I was 19, in Fallujah, 2005. Do you know what happened there?" Tommy gripped the .38 tighter. "We don't care. Give us the money." Marcus's smile widened. Fallujah, second battle. November 2004, actually. I arrived in 2005 for cleanup operations, but the city was still at war, house-to-house clearing, home by home, room by room, clearing the enemy. "Why is he telling us this stuff?" Rico whispered. Marcus continued. "Because I had a 12-man squad. Good kids. Young like Tommy, like Jake, like Rico. And one day, in a house, we got cornered. Over 200 insurgents surrounded us. We fought for 6 hours. Jake waved the gun. "Shut your mouth." 6 hours, Marcus said, his eyes different now. It wasn't Cashier Marcus speaking anymore. 200 people attacked us. AK-47, RPG, snipers, IEDs, everything. And do you know what happened? Silence. All three waiting. There were 12 of us. Only 4 survived. I was one of them. Tommy's hand started shaking. This story won't stop us. Marcus leaned forward slowly. It won't stop you. But it shows you something. I've faced real guns with real death. What you have are toys to me. Your threats are whispers to me. Jake got angry. This is a real gun. A real gun is an AK-47, son. Real danger is an IED. Real fear is watching your friends get blown to pieces. Marcus's voice lowered. You're just 3 kids. Probably good kids, but you chose the very wrong place. Rico gripped the knife tighter. You can't stop us. As Marcus smiled, he slowly lowered his right hand. Under the counter was a panic button, but he didn't press it. Instead, he pulled out a small photograph. Squad photo, 2005, Fallujah. This is my team, he said, showing the photo. 12 people. Here's Jake, here's Tommy, here's Rico. Young guys like you. And do you know what happened to them? All 3 looked at the photo. 8 died. In Iraq. In war. And I couldn't protect them. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. But today, I can protect 3 kids like you. From yourselves. Jake lowered the gun. What do you mean? Right now there's $247 in the register. I know because I count every hour. You're going to risk your lives for $247. You'll have criminal records for $247. Your families will lose you for $247. Tommy also lowered his weapon. So what do you suggest? Marcus pulled out a business card from the counter. There's a math teacher at community college, a veteran, like me. Good man. He can find you jobs, help with school. Rico was surprised. You're trying to help us? 2 choices, Marcus said. Either you leave now, I don't call the police, this never happened, or you continue and I stop you, and I'll do whatever it takes to stop you. What I learned in Iraq? Silence. Long silence. Jake put the gun in his pocket. Are these stories really true? Marcus turned the photo over. On the back was writing, Fallujah Angels, 2005, never forget. Below were 12 names. 8 were crossed out. True, he said quietly. Tommy lowered the .382. We just needed money. Rico's mom is sick. Medicine money. Marcus nodded. I understand. I've had hard times too. But this path won't take you anywhere. It'll only bury you deeper. Rico started crying. So what do we do? Marcus pulled out a $50 bill from the counter. This is first aid for Rico's mom. Come here tomorrow, meet that teacher. Find jobs, earn money the right way. Jake couldn't believe it. You're giving us money? I made wrong choices when I was 19 too, son. Thankfully, the military straightened me out. We can straighten you out too. All 3 looked at each other. But, Marcus said, his voice hardening, don't do something like this again, because next time you might not face me, might not face someone as patient as me. Tommy asked, Could you really have killed us? Marcus paused. Long pause. I never forgot what I learned in Iraq, he said finally, but I never wanted to use it either. I'm very happy I didn't have to use it tonight. Jake, Tommy, and Rico slowly left. At the door, Jake turned. Thank you. Marcus smiled. When you're about to go down the wrong path, remember this. The man who fought 200 people in Fallujah gave you a second chance. Earn that chance. After the car drove away, Marcus picked up the phone. But he didn't call the police. He called his friend at community college. Hey, Jim, I have 3 young men. They're looking for work. Can you help? That night, Marcus slept peacefully for the first time in 5 years. Because this time, he had used his war skills to stop war. The next day, Jake, Tommy, and Rico came. All 3 apologized. Marcus bought them coffee, introduced them to university professor Jim. Jake wanted to be an electrician, Tommy a mechanic, Rico a caregiver. 6 months later, all 3 were working, going to school, living right. And Marcus, he finished engineering school too. Now he builds bridges. Instead of destroying in war, he constructs in peace. Every Monday, the four friends meet. They drink coffee, talk about life. Jake got married. Tommy opened his own repair shop. Rico healed his mother. And Marcus never forgot what he learned that night. Sometimes the strongest weapon is not using the weapon. This story shows us that real power isn't the power to crush the weak. Real power is the power to save them. That night, Marcus saved the lives of 3 kids. Not with a gun, but with understanding. Not with war, but with compassion. Maybe such moments have come in your life too. When you were powerful, how did you use that power? To crush or to save? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this story touched you, subscribe, because we live the most powerful stories together. Veterans like Marcus Chen live among us. Their stories, their experiences are part of our history. Let's show them respect. Listen to their stories. See you in the next story. And remember, real heroes sometimes work at gas stations, study math, build bridges, but they still continue to save lives.